Let's go. We're now live. Just confirm if you can. And it's gonna post more deep.
Yeah, but then you're gonna go say you may not download it.
I won't need it. Let's go. Let's go. Can you just confirm? Can you hear? Can you see us? Let's go. Let's just confirm if you can hear or see us. Let's do this. Perfect. I'm excited. Melrose, Daniel, Tabo, Abraham, Cabello. The whole team is here. Yes. I'm excited that you guys can see and hear clearly. Okay, let's just milk out real quick. So what actually is the purpose of the stream? So obviously, nothing major in terms of, a lot going on and all that. No. It's just gonna be hardcore looking at the markets, being able to understand what actually is going on gold especially, and then maybe we can have a young Q&A thereafter, for a couple of minutes, and then we can take it from there, because I understand that maybe right now, there's other things or other commitments that you wanted to do, so it's much more better to focus more on the markets, give it an hour, 30 minutes, and yeah, can continue with the day. So with me, I told myself that I'm gonna be giving it 8 hours, more than 8 hours. Like there's times where I even give it 18 hours, but yeah. So are you excited? Are you ready? Are you excited? Are you ready? Kingsman, Milano, Mustafa, Calvin, Sean. Nice one, team. Let me know. Are you guys excited? Are you guys ready? Are we doing this? Let's see. Nice. Let's smoke. We're ready. Munyeki's all. We're doing the 012. We're doing this. We are doing this. Okay. So looking at it, just by, obviously starting here with it, I love the fact that Andile said that we're born ready. So it means a lot. Yeah, we're excited. Sean, I'm excited. Let's do this. So just by looking at, here at the markets here, I can easily see that with gold. So yesterday I took a trade here, and let me just show you what I was looking at. And I just wanted to, to let it be one of those trades where I just, take certainty, because I said I thought of it and then I took it. So at first, price was somewhere here before New York open, or somewhere, this is during London session. And then when price was here, started moving. And by the time it was here, just before New York session, I noticed obviously this area was like some sort of support here. So I wanted price to just break above here and re-come back into the structures here. But with what I saw, I was seeing it either coming, retesting here, or here. This was the one that I was more confident on, and then going back down. But it respected this one here. I couldn't take this sell. I wanted to, but I couldn't take it. And at that time, I only had a limit, like a buy limit and a stop loss here and a take profit. Then boom, by the time I came back, because I missed out on the sell, but by the time I came back, it was somewhere around here, price was moving up, locked in profits here, and then price was moving up and so on. So that was a good one. You can even see this is how I saw before. I wanted to buy here, so I planned it in different ways. I had this specific scenario, and I had this second scenario. But at the end, I was looking at one thing that ultimate, like, long. Okay. So with today, more like the same thing. I'm seeing that price is now back to being bullish. We had our higher high here, experienced higher lows here, and then now price broke above. So another higher high here. So what this obviously now it means that price is gonna come back, respect the lows, respect and form a new higher low, and then continue doing that. So with that, I was able to spot that, okay, before price pushed more upwards, you can see that there's some imbalances that were able to happen within here, because here you can see before this bearish candlestick that pushed price upwards, before this one here, you can see afterwards the next candlestick that came up, and then from here you could see price jumped up, closed here, price jumped up as well, closed here, and so on. So price pushes all the way up to these areas here. So you can see that there's a lot of like gap in between the markets here. So there's a high chance that price is gonna come back and test around these areas, just to respect these areas. But as well for me, I use that information to guide me more on my entry, because with my entry, I normally would rather like take entry on like that last candlestick before price when bullish, because this is like there's small risk compared to the rewards. Like I can easily put my stop loss, let's say for instance, even like here below, and have a nice risk to reward. But for now, I'm just gonna like maintain that just 1:2 and put my stop loss just below here, this area here. So even if it tries to do like a swipe out or something similar to that, I still have some more room and I can like move forward with it. So it's more on like what I'm looking for. Let me just see here. I was looking at Nasdaq as well the other time when I remember. Nice. Let's go for it. So with the Sonia and Nasdaq here, I can easily see that price. I was looking for price to come back here so that I can push down with it. It didn't really take me in. So what now? Let me just zoom out a bit. There we go. So what now? It's more on like I'm seeing that obviously this was like lower high here, lower high as well, lower high. So right now we could be forming new lower highs. Let me just see using our fib. Where exactly are we? 61% level. We went. Let's see. 127. So yeah, what this one here, I'm seeing price come back, respecting these lower highs, and then holding like a lower high somewhere, and then going a bit more to the downside. Let me just see when I'm using these candles. Perfect. So here I can see previous candlestick. Here's our previous bullish candlestick before price like went all the way downwards, and we see how price went downwards here. It was like massive. It shot all the way down. So price never really came back here to like get more orders, if I may say. Only now looking at it is where price came to fill those orders in that were missed out. Meaning that as soon as price went down, it never really came back here to like tag in and stuff. So with this, obviously now I'm looking for an opportunity to go to the downside. And in terms of take profits, it's gonna be more on like an entry could have been nice here. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure that I so this one here, it's more on, I'm looking at here at the 50% level somewhere here. So if price can like give us some sells all the way down to here, and the honest truth is like it would have been a nice entry if we targeted like this area here just before it got here. So obviously it would be like a weak entry type of a thing. And the advantage with this is that there's a high chance that price could still even come down here, and then we could still even come down here. So it's just like looking at the risk to reward on it is gonna be like this being first take profit 2.9, let's go bro, let's go bro, let's go bro, let's go bro, let's go bro. Okay, so with this one here, yeah, there's gonna be more on like, you know, what I'm seeing at the first area. Let me just do this. I might see price pushing all the way down here, and then it's gonna be coming here. It's gonna take some time, but for now we could see price come down here. Hopefully there's this level here that we're seeing here. Hopefully it just breaks below here. Okay, so I just like the fact that like the risk to reward on these trades are like nice. So here's what I was looking for. Could be something, you know, because your gold with gold the other time I took I think it was last week, it was not too nice for me. The previous week I took loss after loss after loss after loss. I think like 3 consecutive days I took losses, but luckily with the strategy and how I do things, like when I'm taking loss, I just reduce the risk. So it's not really like a stressful thing where I'm like, oh, I'm losing money and I'm scared and I'm even no. I'm just like, oh, here we go again. So I just reduce and reduce. So a losing streak doesn't really like blow me out. It's just obviously mentally it's not nice to experience losses, you know, especially when you feel like, oh, I've cracked it, I've got it, and then maybe like 4 losses come in a row. It feels a bit more different, but the fact that we are able to go through it, it's nice because let's see. So with this as well, it came back like when I came back, when I got my first profitable trade as well, I had to slowly increase the lot size, you know, like instead of going straight back to 1%, you know, I have to like slowly go back from 0.50 to like 0.75, just so it boosts up and builds up that confidence. Because if I don't, I'm gonna make silly mistakes and all that. And anyways, I am trading my plan. Find out that does not work for everyone or things like that, but for me, it's working for me. So with this, I'm seeing price come back, entering somewhere here, and then going back up. And I think that's the exact same way that I did shade in the. Let me just see. We're doing this. So yeah, I can see we just got out of London session. We now entered New York. And we see how price is moving now. Started like, playing around here. And then now we see movements on it. We see nice movements. So if price could just come back, respect the London lows, get somewhere here and then shoot back up, break up the highs, that would be nice. That would be amazing. Okay. So who's while we're still looking, maybe we can do some interactions just to see what you guys have to say and stuff. Maybe you guys have some questions and we can look at answers that we can speak about, or just something that you want to share. Why you don't trade Forex pairs? I don't think it's not a matter of why I don't. It's just a matter of I've traded them for too long, like for way too long. I think I've traded Forex pairs for like 5 years or 6 years, and then from there I focused more on indices for like maybe a good 3 years. So it's now I'm just at a phase where I know what works best for me. And it's not a matter of Forex pairs, they don't work, or indices work better. No, it's just that now Forex pairs are more slower for me. Let's just put it this way. But as a beginner, obviously, or as a person that's just starting out, Forex pairs are going to be much more best for you, because that's how I also learned on how to study the markets and see them the way that I do. It's just at some point I needed like that fast, markets that are moving too quick, too fast, volatile, and all those things, so I can really benefit from it. So, but Forex pairs have been a game changer. Let's go. Let's check. Tata saying let's check US30. Yes, I was looking at it. Let me just see. Oh. I was looking at it for a while. I went up and down with it. I was playing on it US30. It's just, I think after I saw these heavy movements here, because you see what I do is that normally I try to anticipate the markets to see where it's gonna go, and if it's going or playing out the way that I did say it's gonna play out, then that's where it's gonna get ready for a setup for me, because now I'm in sync with that. But like with the Sonya, I was like trying for it to do this and this, and it didn't really do that. So I didn't understand how it moved. So I just like laid low a bit from like observing at it. But here we can see. Let me just clean this up. I'm seeing price obviously was pushing upwards here, and then the huge push downwards. And then price started pushing upwards. We broke the previous lower highs. These were lower highs. Didn't really close above them, but we more like swept it out. We came back, we didn't break the lows, and then we broke above here the highs. And now we came back down here. So basically with this, with what I'm seeing, see the price could just continue pushing up and breaking the highs, forming new highs, or price could try to retrace and like maybe come back to somewhere around these levels and then continue going back up. So obviously that will be more on like, you know, these 1 hour, 15 minutes, 5-minute time frames. But for now, with the looks of it, I can see that price came back here. Sorry. It closed out this imbalance that we saw here in between here. This was a huge gap in the markets. You can see here. And we had a huge gap. And so price came in, closed it, tagged it more on like tagging it. And then after tagging it, it formed as well a head and shoulders. Like, so now we're going to the basics, like left shoulder, you know, these are things that you need to train your eyes to see, right shoulders and stuff. So it done something more like that. So obviously with this, looking at it from a 1 hour, going maybe to as low as the 15 minutes, might be a push up, like a young push up, could be till here, and then we start seeing a push down for that bigger retracement till here, and then we see a push down, or it could still go and break above here at the highs here and still continue going upwards. So it's just a matter of, obviously, if you're following it like a hawk, you know, you'd be able to spot it out and do all that. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing on it, and it's either it could get you, go back down, or like continue breaking all the way above. Let's go, team. No way. So you see how this one here as well moved, like, you know, there was a huge push downwards, then a movement up, and then this huge push upwards here as well. But you can see as well that on this 1 hour, there's a huge gap in between here. So price is gonna wanna come back and respect these areas here. So sometimes, obviously, because of entry, sometimes you could enter a bit too quick, and then your stop loss is at the wrong area, and then price takes you out and still goes in your direction. Those things happen. That's why you'd hear other people saying that no, don't put a stop loss, or rather let it running and things like that. But I wouldn't really suggest that. It doesn't really make sense. It's just a matter of having a re-entry method. So if that trade, you taking a trade and it does hit your stop loss and it didn't work out, you can still re-enter on it as long as you still believe and it's still moving that way. But what you can do is you can just reduce your stop losses, like your percentages. You know, if you're risking 1,000, you can go down to 500. So now you can see the market throughout the whole day. We're just seeing blues here. But this would be a nice setup. So yeah, it's more like the same thing. Like price could come, respect, and then go back up, break above these highs here, and then go back up, continue like, you know, going highs and stuff. Or price can just like, you know, go down, take us out, and then like go more down, like let's say break these lows here. But obviously now it's more of like seeing how the market moves. It's not gonna be doing like guess games or hoping for the best. It's just more on seeing how the market works. Let's go. Away, gift, how's it, brother? So now we can see this one here. Price didn't really break below here. Let's just see. Because now we're seeing higher high, higher low, highs, higher low, higher high, right here. So price didn't really break below here. So I think it will commit once price breaks below here. So maybe if price like happens to break below here, from where it was here, I just wanted to see price push and breaking below. Once it breaks below, we'll just continue seeing price push. Let's see, more like this. Then going back down. But then as well, now with how price is pushing here, we'll see how it's gonna reject as well. Same thing. Let me just see. Because anyways, we're looking at it not breaking above this area, at least above this area here, because you can see lower high, lower high. So obviously, even if it does this, like, you know, it could be a week out, it could be whatever, but like we're looking at it at least to reject, you know, because anyways, before taking a trade, you'd need like, you know, that candlestick confirmation. So what does, if I saw it before and I was preparing for it and I was like trading Nasdaq, like how I was like, let's say looking at it and stuff, I was gonna already maybe be in here because I would have had a sell limit, but because I saw it already when it's here, I didn't see it when it was here. I didn't see it, I mean, before. I saw it already when it was here. So what I would do now is like rather wait for a candlestick confirmation, which would be a break below here. But anyways, this one I would like for it to reject. If it breaks above all the way to the upside, obviously I'm seeing that it's a bullish candle. But as long as it can like reject more like this, you see how this is. But this one is the one that I was like, I've been waiting for since yesterday. This is the one that I was like looking at deeply. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. And I can't complain, Mulausi. I'm doing well, bro. How are you? How are you? Is everything going well your side? We're doing this team. I love Lambo. Relax, njaga. Just looking at the markets, keeping things easy. So you see what this one here, how it done now, how it closed. Still obviously respect in terms of it didn't close above, so we're still looking at it, but now in a way whereby how does the next candlestick close? You see, so that's how you make those small quick decisions. And sometimes being like in the markets, looking at it, it helps because you are able to make those quicker decisions. Like instead of like, if you're not looking at this, you wouldn't really understand what's happening and stuff. So if you're looking at it, I know already, like I'm waiting for a candlestick to close, at least bearish candlestick, and then followed by it going a bit more to the downside. Hopefully a confirmation is going to give me more confidence is if it takes out these lows here. So now I see that, okay, price broke below the lows, and then I'll enter with confidence. We're now looking at gold, we're now looking at Nasdaq. So with the members that are currently on this live, I just want to engage with you. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? I'm interested in knowing what exactly are you looking at. Is there something that you're looking at specific? Let's go, team. We're doing this. We are doing this. We're currently live. You can see, you can witness us. We're doing this, bro. We're looking at clean XP, gold, more gold. And what are you looking for here at gold? Because I see it's like two of you said gold. USDJPY mold. Yeah, that's true. Like, that's the whole point. Like with trading, it gets boring at times. You know, it's you wait for too long. You're doing nothing. You know, and you're just waiting. And the one thing is, you can buy or sell like anytime, but that waiting is what actually plays a part. Let me see USDJPY. It's been a while since I've seen it. USDJPY. When was the last time I saw? Yeah, it was, yeah. This was my setup, my last setup on it. Boom. When was it? February? Yeah. So I'll do something like this if the market doesn't do that, and then I'll just let it slide. But here you can see also that with what I was looking for, it didn't really do that, but it done that after, like, because I was looking for this trade around like March, the 10th of March, but it done this around like April. The exact same thing I was looking for, but it done it here. So I could have went all the way down with it here, but yeah. Let's see. Sorry. Now we can see at this gap up in between, highs here, higher lows. So now we are just in between. It's either price could just break above, but what the looks of it, we've been coming higher, higher, higher low, and then higher, higher, higher low. So obviously now price is not too sure if it's gonna break here now, but there's a high chance it has to break and then re-come back for a retest. We're bullish on this. But at the same time, this because of we are at the resistance, this could obviously be a sellers. Like we could sell till somewhere at the lows here, maybe till here. Could sell to, yeah. And as well, we have a gap here, which means that we could still try to fill this gap up and come somewhere at least here. Then we go up. So you see, sometimes we could still be bullish, but there's a sell that's going to happen before price gets to the top, So I can still say that I'm seeing a buy, but the trade that's ready right now is a sell. So obviously, once price gets here, you look at things like what's it doing once it's there, and all those things. Let me see Euro USD. That was the last time I saw it. August, 2 months ago. I just don't like. You see how I just don't like how it's moving. It's nice, it's clean, but it's also still like it's not the cleanest, Because you see, I can see it's a clean downtrend. We done these double bottoms. Now we went upwards. We done this head and shoulders. Now we're going downwards. So more like we'd see some sort of a pattern here. It's either head and shoulders like this, because I can already see with the naked eye we could have a head and shoulder. Something more like this. but just starting here, going here, and so on. Or we could still respect this area as a low, because now I can see price already broke above this previous lower high. So we broke above it. Now we came back to respect these lows, and then there's a high chance that we are gonna because we broke above here, then we came back to respect them here, then we went up, so we might really come back to respect these ones. And then I'm not sure what you were seeing. Let's go. So yeah, there's times whereby you have to wait, wait for the setup to play out, wait for the market to show itself. I'm not too sure. What are you seeing all the way to here on USD? What are you seeing? Let's go. This one is like, just push down a bit. So near 5 minute, where are we? Oh, this is the 15. 5 minute when I see bearish momentum, still is not convincing yet. My tools are not coming up. So you see, if it breaks above like these areas here going upwards, then I understand that it's not going to be a valid sell anymore. So I'm not going to be looking for a sell on it. Because I'm looking for something that's going to respect like at least a pattern like this. A pattern that is designed more like this. First touch, second touches, and here at the top, and then going all the way back down. So obviously taking a trade here is going to be more like a risk entry, on which risk entries, they have a less win rate, but they have a high risk to reward. Yeah. So there's the difference between the two. and the other one obviously vice versa. You know, the market's now like super chill, super quiet. I think there's not gonna be any heavy momentum for today. Let's see. No, yeah, you can see today it's too quiet. There's nothing that's going on with the market. So truly speaking, I think these setups here could potentially be ready by tomorrow. Let me see what time. 10 we have in this 2 p.m. CPI. So these setups here, we are going to be seeing them more ready tomorrow. For today, we might not see, maybe Nasdaq, yeah, we might see it like, you know, breaking above, like sweeping above. Let's see. We might see like sweep above, and then tomorrow, like maybe do something more like this, sweep above, and then tomorrow find out that it prepares itself. Then tomorrow, then we see like a beautiful sell going downwards. So let me just put this so I can remind myself. But it can still, like, you know, respect this area here. It can still respect and then go all the way down. But a trade can be normally ready now because of the fact that, like, you know, looking at it, it's going to be a quiet day. And the markets are going to be closing soon as well. So, yeah. So maybe we can do some, I don't know. If there's anyone that has a question, we can take a look at some question. And then from there, we can call it a session at least. Let's go. So even today with gold, you know, through the whole night, we can see something more like this happen. And then it breaks above. Just to, you know, play around and take the other ones and so on. Then we see London session coming down tomorrow, and then boom, we see that trade being ready. So those things also happen. You know, it's the markets, you know, it's just more on like how it moves and how it gets there. It doesn't do things like, you know, outright, like let's say going from N3 to TP same time. It moves in its own different ways. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this, Tabang. Got this, brother. I understand currently is bullish. Nice one, nice one, nice one. Preston. Let's go, let's go. Cause said GJ. It's been a while since I've seen GJ, ne? The last time was here. But I was looking for price to come in and then retest and then go all the way down. Price jumped it all the way up and then you see what happened afterwards. So now, truly speaking, with this, I'm seeing price was like creating lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So lower lows, highs, lows, highs, lows, yeah. Highs, we didn't break the low, but now we broke the highs. Higher high, higher low. No, I mean higher low, higher high. So yeah, we could see price pushing upwards and then doing something more like this. Can even see with the swing points from the low here to the high here. Could see the retracing all the way down like below the 50% level, maybe 78, 88, whatever. Ultimately, it will come all the way down there. With my methods, maybe I'd rather like look at the previous candlestick, yeah, and knowing that it's gonna re-come back and take out these highs, then my setup would be more like this. You see. So I already did look at the Euro USD markets. We've already seen it. I'm looking for something more like this. Obviously push upwards. Came back here. It respected these areas here at the bottom. Now we're seeing prices trying to go up. But now ultimately we would like for price to just push a bit more low here at the previous bearish candle before price started pushing upwards. Just so we can stack up on those buy position and then go a bit more to the upside with it. Or Bitcoin, let's see, BTC, USD. So this one, it's more of a long trade. No, where is it? Oh yeah. So this one here, daily, this is what I'm looking for. Price has been pushing up, upward trend, upward trend. So now I can see that the previous few days, price actually was able to sweep out the lows. So there's two ways. It's either price just swept out the lows for the pending orders and so on, and now we're gonna start seeing that shoot upwards massively. On which that's what I highly believe in, because why? This low is still holding, this one is still holding. So this could just be a sweep out, and then obviously sell stop and stop losses, all those things tagged in, and then price now is gonna start shooting all the way up to this level here, 146. So that's what I'm still seeing on my side. It's gonna be insane, guys. It'll be insane. Gold, I already did look at gold. I'm just now waiting for a setup. I mean in N3. N3, yeah. Nasdaq. It's holding up. But this one you wanna see a push a bit more to the downside. Let's go, team. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, bro? I didn't what I didn't how. Aaron, the Baron D. Yo, that'll be. If we could just see. I'm just not too sure. Let me just pull out. I don't know what happened to this. What am I looking for? No. So sorry. I don't know what happened to my sessions. I don't know what happened to my sessions. I had them up and running here, but now they're gone. This is the old one. I had something like this in the old, but it's fine. I'll just use this. But I can see that currently we're still running in between New York. It's just that obviously today we did say that, like, looking at Forex, let's see. Today it's empty throughout the whole day, super empty. So a lot of action is going to happen tomorrow, truly speaking. And yeah, hopefully we might see this one here push a bit more to the downside. But even if it does, I feel like it's going to be more ready like tomorrow type thing. Now it can push, like, let's say, move down a bit and so on. And then in the AM it plays and then it continues. It can still do those things. Doesn't mean it can't. It's just like that whole shoot all the way down, because we want movements like this here. When you're in, it must, like, go with you. So we're still gonna be managing. Yes, we are. Spusi, so still trading on prop firms. I'm currently trading on one, two, let me just see. I think it's 4, 5. And 2, 3, 4. It's 4 firms, okay, with 5 accounts. 4 firms with 5 accounts. Yeah. But yeah, so that's why I say even trading prop firms is like way more different compared to like the average normal trading, because here it's psychology, it's mindset, it's so many things, man. It's so many things when it comes to trading prop firms. But I think I'll make a video breaking down like the whole concepts of prop firms, trading them and things like that, maybe it can help. What do you think? Do you think it'll help? And why you asking? Like, are you trading prop firms? And let me know about you. So one thing about the markets, plus the markets is boring. You wait so long. There's so many times where you're just gonna wait because you're just waiting for that setup to happen. But yeah, guys, I think we should be able to link up on the next session. Hopefully, with this, looking at the markets tomorrow is going to be too volatile, super volatile. I believe that, like, I'll be able to update like if anything comes up. For now, it's not gonna be today. I won't really say the trades were like caught yesterday. You see, this is how I want when I'm in the markets. Like, this should move. Literally, when I was in the markets, all of this happened, all of this. But look at today, nothing. Since today started here, look at it, nothing. But look at yesterday, look at today, nothing. So it's clear signs that there's not really much going on today. So on my side, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna cap it there. And yeah, man, we will connect. Just make sure that you're in the Telegram group so that we are able to connect much more quicker. So whenever I upload, whenever I say something, you're able to get at a much more quicker rate and turn on the notification bell. Because yeah, man, we're going hard. We're going hard. Preston, the market is overheating. Yeah, we're going hard, man. But yeah, but I'm glad that you guys did show up. Obviously, I was also checking if you guys are on and all that. And I can see you guys are already hungry. You guys are already on the session. Not everyone could make it. Not everyone made it, but you are here, on which I highly appreciate. That means a lot. So hopefully we get to do this once a week. I was thinking of at least doing a session once a week, but we'll just see on how it goes as we go. We'll just see on how it goes, ne? Obviously, with the feedback, with the value, if it's teaching someone, if it's helping someone, I would be excited. So it's gonna make me want to do more. Okay, let's connect, team. Let's connect. I'll see you in the next session. Just make sure that you do like and as well subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't, make sure that you do hit the subscribe button, and you can go through the content that we have here on our channel. It's very valuable and insightful when it comes to the markets. It's more on the markets, like documenting down, me showing you what I see all the time, like what I'm learning, things like that. So you could either learn from it, it could benefit you somewhere, somehow. Okay. But cheers, team. I had a good time with you guys. Let's do